What is up, guys? Jake from One Hive here with a video that I'm going to go ahead and put in the theory craft section. A little different. It's called the Soliloquy of a Hogger. Feel free to pause the video and look that word up, especially you, Hulk. I know that your vocabulary probably won't reach that far. But what we're simply talking about is the questions you're going to ask yourself as a hogger. You've watched this channel, you know that myself personally at least, I'm a hogger at heart. Here at One Hive we have a range of different attack styles, but we do have a lot of people that use hogs. And there's a progression of questions you should ask yourself when scouting a base, when trying to decide which attack style to use on a particular base. It should go something like this. The first thing you should ask yourself is, are there any double bomb possible spots inside the base? If the answer to that question is no, simply go to the how to use hogs video after the update, watch it and use it. There's no reason to get fancier than that. There's no reason to incorporate other things. Hogs are still that powerful. If they're not smart enough to put double giant bombs inside the base, inside the walls of the base, simply do a hog attack. Now you'll see in the how to hog video that will include a golem most of the time. Don't get confused. That is not a go ho wee wee attack. That is simply using a golem to take out the archer queen, which has to be done in any hog raid. So don't get confused on that. If the answer to that question is yes, then ask yourself, can I trigger those bombs? Is there a way I can send some troops in? You don't want to get too expensive here, but can I send some troops in to pre-trigger the giant bombs before I start my hog raid? If the answer is yes, do that, pre-trigger them. Again, follow the how-to hog raid after the update video. If the answer is no, you cannot pre-trigger them, and there are double giant bomb spots in there. All right, the next question you should ask yourself is, can I eliminate those buildings surrounding those double giant bomb locations with balloons? All right, if it's something that I can, there's no good air coverage there, I can send balloons in and I can eliminate the need for my hogs to go to that location. If the answer is yes to that question, simply watch the how-to holo wee wee video. Use those tips, those techniques, and holo wee wee that base. If the answer is no, that you can't do that, then you need to go a step further and use the how to go ho wee wee video. So what we've done at this point is laid out a series of attack styles. You've got just a straight hog raid. Again, that can include a golem, but that is not a go ho wee wee. And you want to use that first and foremost. It's the least difficult to use. It's the least chance of error. If the circumstances fit, you're going to have less mess ups with just straight hog raids. As you progress through this series of attacks, it does get more difficult to do. It gets more complicated. There's less room for error. So make sure you're using the simplest form that is able to take out the base you're attacking. What you'll see a lot of times is it will revert backwards. Maybe the first time you say, hey, no, Jake, I can't straight hog this, but I think I can holo wee wee it. You attack it, or let's say your clanmate attacks it, tries the holo wee wee, and the traps weren't where he thought they were. The double bombs were not where you scouted them out to be. You might revert back at that point to the straight hog raid, and realize that yes, this can be straight hogged. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. If you are surprised at where the bombs are, you discover that you can straight hog it when you thought you couldn't, simply clean that up with a straight hog attack. Don't make any of these attacks more complicated than you thought. It's a progression of asking yourself these questions to scout the base properly, and things change as attacks happen. So remember that. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. Can you hog it without loons, without golems, without wizards and witches and all that stuff? That's the simplest form. If not, can I holo wee wee it? If I can't, if I can, that's the next easiest form of attack. If someone's silly enough to put their all their air defense in the core, and you can holo that hog ring, loon the hog ring, and then send your hogs in. Once you get the numbers of loons down and deployment down, that's a pretty simple attack as well. If that's not an option, which you're going to see more and more, people are spreading those air defense out. Holo wee wee's getting more and more popular. Then the last one you go to is the go ho wee wee. Again, it's more difficult. It takes more a wider variety of abilities. You've pretty much got to be good at go wee wee to be good at go ho wee wee. But anyways, this is the questions you should ask yourself if you are a hogger at heart when you're scouting a base out. I think it will help you identify the weaknesses in bases better. It will help you plan your attacks better. I hope this helps you guys. I like bringing these type videos to you because I think it's going to help you look at bases differently. And I think that's the key to getting more stars. Until next time, guys, Jake from One Hive reminding you guys to suck less.